This is OwlUp, where learning happens in minutes, not hours. For a deeper journey, explore all our courses at owlup.co. Now, let's dive in. Welcome back to Chapter 2 of our series From Wallflower to Social Dynamo. In this episode, titled Mastering the Art of Influence, we're diving into the key principles that can transform how you connect with others and amplify your impact. So, if you're ready to unlock the secrets of influence, let's get started. In a world where quiet people are often overlooked, the ones who rise aren't always the loudest, they're the most influential. A few carefully chosen words in a meeting, a single DM to the right person, and suddenly the room, and your future, tilts in your direction. Influence isn't mystical, and it isn't reserved for people who just have it. It's a stack of small, repeatable moves, grounded in psychology, that anyone can learn. Research keeps finding the same pattern. The people who consistently move ideas forward aren't improvising charisma, they're quietly using a toolkit. They know when to offer help first, reciprocity, when to show that others already agree, social proof, when to speak with calm certainty, authority, and when to say less so others lean in. This series is about turning that toolkit into muscle memory in your social and professional life. We'll borrow from behavioral science, negotiation research, even political campaigns, not to manipulate, but to communicate in a way that actually lands. Think of this as upgrading from, I hope they get it, to, I know how to make this land, one deliberate conversation at a time. Most people treat being persuasive like a personality trait, but the data tells a different story. Senior leaders get promoted for how they communicate under pressure, not how much they talk. And the same psychological levers used in political campaigns and viral marketing quietly shape everyday moments. Who gets invited in? Whose idea becomes the plan? Whose message gets reshared? In this series, we'll zoom in on small, practical shifts, word choice, sequencing, timing, that help your ideas stick without feeling fake, so your natural style starts to carry more weight in every room you step into. Here's the twist most people miss. Your ability to sway a moment doesn't start when you open your mouth. It starts long before, with how much mental energy your listener has available. Psychologists call this the difference between people thinking in shortcut mode versus deep focus mode. In shortcut mode, we lean on quick cues, who's speaking, what others are doing, how urgent something feels. In deep focus mode, we slow down, compare options, and scrutinize details. Influential communicators don't treat every situation the same. They quietly ask themselves two questions. 1. How motivated is this person to care about my message? 2. How much mental bandwidth do they have right now to process it? If motivation is low and bandwidth is thin, end of the day, packed inbox, phone buzzing, pushing dense logic is like handing someone a 400-page book as they're rushing to catch a train. That's when you lean more on simplicity, clear next steps, and one or two strong cues, like, here's what most teams are choosing and why it's working for them. Your goal isn't to win the argument, it's to make the right choice the easy choice. When motivation is high and bandwidth is open, someone's asking follow-up questions, they've carved out time, they're already invested, you switch gears. Now you can offer more context, alternatives, trade-offs. Here, the risk isn't being too simple, it's being vague. People in deep focus mode want structure, evidence, and a sense that you've thought this through from multiple angles. This is where clear messaging matters more than raw charm. You're not just tossing out points, you're deciding what to leave out, in what order, and at what difficulty level for the person in front of you. It's less, say everything you know, and more, serve only what they can actually digest right now. Think of it like planning a hike with a friend. You don't pick the steepest trail by default, you match the route to their fitness, mood, and time. Mastering influence is the same adjustment, but with ideas instead of mountains. Your challenge this week. In 3 different conversations, silently rate the other person's A, motivation, and B, mental bandwidth on a 1 to 5 scale, then match your message. Lighter and more cue-based when the numbers are low. more detailed and structured when they're high. Afterwards, jot down which version landed better and what you noticed in their reactions. Think about an everyday moment. You're texting a friend to join a last-minute dinner. If they're stressed and multitasking, a short message like, "We're at Lena's, 10 minutes away, low-key, your favorite tacos," fits their depleted bandwidth. Clear, concrete, easy to say yes to. Same invite, different context. If they've been craving connection and already blocked the evening, you might add, "We haven't caught up in months. I really want your take on this new job thing." Their higher motivation can handle, and even wants, more nuance and emotion. At work, this might look like sending your boss a one-screen summary when they're racing between calls, but a deeper doc when they've scheduled a proper review. Over time, you'll start to notice tells: eye contact, follow-up questions, how fast they reply, whether they're skimming or lingering. Instead of pushing one rigid style, you're adjusting like a DJ reading the room. Same song, different volume and tempo so people can actually hear it. Influence is about to feel less like convincing and more like navigation. As AI starts shaping what people see, hear, and even feel in VR, your messages will compete with perfectly timed, hyper-personal nudges. Those who thrive won't just craft sharp arguments. They'll learn to ask, who built this environment, and why? Think of it like learning to read a city's public transport map. You're not just writing, you're noticing routes, ownership, and where they quietly steer you. You'll know this is working when people start circling back to you for clarity, like using your desk as a landmark in a crowded office. Messages won't always land, and that's useful data. Shrug off failed attempts and treat them as map updates. Over time, you're not just speaking, you're quietly redesigning how conversations flow around you. Try this experiment. For the next 24 hours, pick one recurring interaction, like your daily stand-up or a sales call, and intentionally lead with a story instead of facts. Use a short, concrete example that mirrors the other person's world before you share your point. Then, in the same conversation, test framing by presenting the exact same idea twice. First, as a potential loss. Here's what we risk if we don't do this. And later, as a gain. Here's what we stand to gain if we do. Notice which framing gets more eye contact, questions, or agreement, and jot down the exact phrases that sparked more engagement. Tomorrow, repeat the interaction with the higher impact framing and refine the story to be 30 seconds shorter, watching if the response improves again. This was OwlUp, your daily step forward. This series continues with more chapters on OwlUp.co. Visit OwlUp.co to access the complete course and continue your learning journey. See you there!